should work. I mean, I already did that with 3 Grails plugins, the Container plugin, ECB, and the code coverage. Most of the code of those 3 plugins are pretty much the same thing that you can find on the Grails plugins.
Yeah, please.
No, that's absolutely
absolutely right. Just in sitting down this afternoon, you know, the typical hello world of a Grails application is, and I don't know if these are the right terms, I've been trying to think about, you know, all afternoon, all evening, how to really describe this, but Grails is more of a macro model view controller. I mean, you put together a domain class, and when you def scaffold them out, you get full CRUD, and it's a very page-centric, model view controller type stuff. One of the things that really struck me about Griffin is that it's absolutely component oriented.
Yeah.
So model view controller is more at the micro level. It's more, all right, I'm going to set up a tab pane, and then I'm going to set up an MVC group for the individual tabs, and I'm going to set up something else for these things. So you don't have the dev scaffold experience that you have in Grails, but what you're doing is actually putting together a series of components. So maybe if you're coming from a component-oriented, a GWT or a Flex or something like that, that might be an easier transition than an old kind of page-centric MVC web developer like me.
Another question for the Griffin guys actually, will there be something like scaffolding for a Griffin application that creates some basic views that you can later modify or so?
That's a great idea. I've only got 5 hours a week to work on this. But in one of the Git branches we have on Codehouse, Graham threw together a little bootstrap of the disembodied form that comes from Grails 1.1. And I have, you know, 2/3 of the page flow written up for the vet clinic. And there's definitely, I see how it would definitely do the scaffolding. It would, you know, get a little model view controller group. And that's really what's driving a lot of my decisions and what I want to be included in add-ons, which is supposed to be the Griffin 0.2 marquee feature. That's why we haven't released it for JavaOne, because it's not ready yet. But with add-ons, you could, you know, create your add-ons. You can create your model view controller groups at runtime, like a plugin, bring them in from the plugins. So, you know, a lot of things we're building are going towards a feature like that, because I see the value in it. Because, you know, 80% of your GUI applications are just forms, and you know, we want you to spend 20% of your time writing that.
Good stuff. Well, thank you very much to our panel. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to go into a slide now that we call
The prophecy.
the Grails prophecies. The Grails prophecies. We thought there were JavaOne, there are just no prophecies about stuff, so we thought we'd just make up a few of our own.
We made forward-looking statements.
And what we're doing is, we live for the forward-looking statement, don't we?
Is this in the 10K? Is it in the 10Q?
So, if anyone has questions of the panel, you can start thinking about them now. And at the end of this section, we'll have a chance to ask individual panelists any of the questions that you might have. But please make sure you go up to the microphone so that A, we can hear you, and so that B, we can capture it on the tape for the listeners at home.
So one of those questions cannot be, can I have the ultralight line?
No. So we'll give out prizes for everyone who asks a question. You'll get something.
Yeah, we've got 40 minutes left. We've got 500 things yet.
Yeah, we've got things to give
enough
away.
time for you to speak.
Okay.
So our first forward-looking statement, and you're going to see Google Eclipse plugin really in 2009. So you guys think it's going to happen actually?
Google Eclipse 2009? Yeah, definitely. Actually, we can say that we spoke to Graham about this yesterday, and he said in October probably, you'll see. But we made the prophecy first, and then it was totally fulfilled. Now, I'm not sure which way that happened, but
Really like some long stuff.
I reckon you came up with this. Did you come up with this?
I think so.
I think so.
So
too.
we wanted to say that within 1 year we're going to see most Grails application actually running on some kind of cloud service.
Yeah.
So Google App Engine, there's the
GIX,
or
Labs,
App Cloud.
App Cloud. Sven likes to call it the tag cloud. He likes to call it the tag cloud. So that should be our Grails podcast, deploying to the tag cloud.
I think actually we interviewed them, right? I called them, so how does it work deploying the tag cloud? So what do you guys think about that? I mean, Grails makes an excellent web framework with all kind of nice little commands around it that makes it very
with Grails being so easy to deploy and so easy to maintain and develop that, more and more companies are moving in that direction.
And it's like, traditionally though, Java listing's been really expensive too, right? It's been, you pay your whatever, your 30, 40 bucks a month and you get your shared Tomcat instance that you can run your app on. So this is a bit.
It's like 64 megabytes and
Yeah.
reboots. And,
Yeah, you've lived that plenty, haven't you, James? Because your blog was deployed on some of those sort of services for a while now. Awesome. Right.
The prophecy that most of the Grails applications will be in the cloud, that will certainly not happen from my perspective, because there are so many Grails applications that are just for simple purposes.
Yeah.
I mean, if we at Canoe consider who is taking which pizza for lunch,
Yeah.
then we write a Grails application. and you have so many of those good applications that
Put it on the cloud.
Yeah, that's right. They can scale. Yeah.
What I'm really interested in is kind of a hybrid approach that, maybe some of the data needs to get on the cloud. Apache S3 has a really nice RESTful interface. Before I got turned on to Blip TV, some of the video interviews I was writing, I just ended up pushing up to Amazon S3, and those are fixed URIs that you can turn around and pull into a standalone kind of Grails application to be fronting it. So I don't know if you need to deploy the whole thing to the cloud, but start thinking about which pieces make sense to be out in the cloud and which pieces make sense to host locally.
Okay, nice. Okay, testing frameworks. Oh no, let's look at this one because I'm a bit passionate about this. So I reckon, how many of you would say that you're hardcore Grails test writers? Okay, so keep your hand up if your most recent project has greater than 80% test coverage. Oh wow, you're still doing well. Keep your hand up if it's greater than 90.
Yeah, totally.
John, that's totally not true. Keep your hand up if you're lying. I think that one thing that we're going to see a lot of this year, and I'm making this statement up front, is they're going to see greater take-up of testing frameworks in the browser. Like 1.1 has made this a lot easier. Pete Ledbetter has done a fantastic job of doing that jazz, but with a lot of new stuff like Spock and EasyB and other alternative frameworks coming on board, I reckon we're going to see explosive and easier testing stuff for the browser. Because I reckon that if it's one little bit tricky or annoying or hard, it's not going to happen. Totally not going to happen. Too much inertia to get a testing from it. It's huge.
It's a good thing that Grails in Action has really outstanding coverage on the testing stuff. Honestly, I think some of the best coverage out there is going on in your program.
Yeah, that's Peter Ledbett's work. Yeah, he wrote the testing framework and the testing chapter. So, yeah, excited about that.
Okay, Griffin will be the reference implementation for JSR 2.9.
You're right out there, man. You're just totally right out there.
So, Daniel, what do you think about that actually? Oh my god.
I actually applied to be in that JSR 3 years ago.
You still need some healing about that, man.
Alright, next one.
Acquisitions. So I think this last year we saw G2.1 being acquired by Spring, and the flow and benefits that have occurred in the development space. So this year we believe that Spring will possibly be acquired by the Grails podcast. It'll be some kind of stock swap deal, but we'll just put it out there. So
We're just integrating some ads into our
we're just getting some
website,
VC funding to try and get it off the ground.
Exactly. We're going to slowly need Google, right? Because we can apply Google ads and then Google takes over.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've had exactly 8 minutes left. And we've got heaps of
Stack
good
series.